Woohoo! We just entered Virginia here on Interstate 81, heading south to our next stop in Edinburg, Virginia, Shenandoah Valley.
Well, hello fellow RVers, this is Gary with Ruff RV Life, sharing behind the camera. So where are we at? Well, this is Stony Creek with the ducks, and we are at a city called Edinburg, Virginia, at a campground called Creekside RV Park, and it's a private park. It's a very small park. It's like one, I don't even think it's a loop, it's like up and back.
It's one little,
but it is full service.
Short road.
You know, we do have 50 amp, we got water, we got sewer. Not a lot of space, but this is where we're at, and we're going to do a quick tour of this park for you and let you see what it's all about.
The check-in station's right there. The host is right over here, and the numbers are prominently displayed. There's 26, 25, full hookup. I believe a few of these are not full hookup, but most of them are full hookup. And here's our site. We're at site 25. Say hello, Mr. D.
Hello.
We have a beautiful creek behind us. Here's site 24, site 23, and site 22. So they are very close together. A lot of ducks in the area, and this is the creek, hence Creekside RV Park. Not much dog walking opportunities around here though, just FYI. The water's kind of in the front of your RV or towards the front. Now these sites over here, there's some people sitting out at site 3. I'll show you the empty sites. Site 21, site 22, there's site 20, and a site 19 right there. All those are full hookup sites. It's site 7 over there. I can't see those numbers as well. Hello. 17 and 16. Okay, here's some on the other side that aren't occupied. Site 9, water, electric, and sewer. A little bit deeper sites here. Site 10. And you have a little bit more space. And site 11 right there. And this is the end of the line. And there is one other site here, but I do not know the number, and someone is parked there. This is a Good Sam's Park, so you'll get a Good Sam discount, and it is also stay 7 days, get 1 day free. You can reserve online or you can call, and you get to choose your own campsite. And there's the creek. Now the roads aren't too busy as you are heading into town over the bridge, but they're narrow and curvy, so just be careful if you decide to walk your dog there. Alright, and you can see Ruff Road there, sitting at site 25. It's not a very big park, but it's adequate for our needs, and they have a Hulu password for you and Wi-Fi, which is nice. I believe they have a laundry, and of course they have a bathhouse. Site 7 right there looks like. So you can see how these are kind of packed in here. on the other side. Close quarters. We actually had to move over to make room for our slide, so it wasn't hanging in the neighbor's spot. So there, you can see how close we are. In fact, our sewer is right next to neighbor's picnic table. So it is what it is in campgrounds like this. But the creek's a nice bonus. And right straight ahead are water and electric only sites, but for smaller rigs, and there's a couple of primitive sites there as well. We see a lot of tent campers that way. You think they might get fed every now and then? Perhaps. So many ducks. Some people with dogs have to put stuff between them and the creek and the ducks.
That was our tour of Creekside RV Park. And my wife has been looking forward to this park since we started our trip this year. Why? Because she had scheduled herself for a 6-day hike in the Shenandoahs. And she couldn't wait to get here so that I could go throw her in the woods for 6 days. And then I would just have to come back to the RV and just be by myself for 6 days without her.
Full hookups. Nice creek behind us.
But somehow I survived.
So did I.
Well, anyway, back to the park. This wrap up of this park here. It's a small park. It's like a lollipop, up, around the circle and back down. The sites are, as you can see, were very tight. I think the ones out toward the loop end were a little bit farther spaced around that loop as they backed in on angles like spokes on a wheel. The creek behind us runs pretty rapid. It has shoals, and after the rain it did raise and run even faster, so I wouldn't consider that a swimming creek to me. I did see people fishing in there, catching some small fish, so you can fish there. You're a short walk to downtown Edinburg, which is like an historic town, a lot of old buildings and shops there. So it's very close to walk there. As far as proper walks, no, it's just, they're surrounded by private property and the campground is the campground. There's nothing else.
And there's a lot of gravel there. So if you have a dog like one of our dogs really likes grass, it's gravel. It's a lot of gravel.
Right. There's no playground there or anything like that as far as kids go. Then, as far as bike riding and for small kids or anything, it's up and down the park, that little area there. The Verizon service was, this is Verizon expert.
I think it was fine.
There you go.
Yeah, it's very good.
We haven't been able to say that too often.
Yeah, I know it seems strange. It's like some kind of magic. It's what we've been saying lately.
But one of the amenities the park did offer is that they do have a good Wi-Fi system there that you can hook into, and it works rather well. And they also offer free Hulu.
Yes.
And they have cable connections at your electric box if you want to plug your RV into a cable or cable TV. And other than that, it was 50 amp sewer, water, fire ring. The site was pretty level. No problems with that.
A lot of ducks there.
Yeah.
Mallard ducks and white ducks, and which was really cool to watch. However, if you have two prey-driven dogs and you're trying to walk them in a very tight area, good luck.
The water ducks weren't so bad, but down at the beginning of the campground, there was white ducks, and they like to walk back and forth, and that got them excited. Now the campground host, the lady and the husband, is very nice. Most of the time, unless they're out shopping or something, they will meet you there. They will walk you to your site. They will help get you back in and hooked up and make sure everything's good.
You have to be careful with directions, which I was told when I did reserve, to not follow your GPS directions because it will take you over a bridge that has a 10-ton weight limit and it's very narrow. You don't want to do that.
Right.
So They've done a really good job of posting signs and putting directions on their website so you know the best way to get there.
Follow the directions on the website so
Right.
you don't have to get over that 10-ton small bridge.
Yes, yes. This is probably our most howdy neighbor campground we've ever stayed at. I've read about them. I've heard about them. The campgrounds that have the picnic table on top of your neighbor's sewer line, well, that's what this one was. In our space, site number 25, maybe not every space, but most spaces were like that. But it wasn't the end of the world.
Right.
We had the sewer right there, and it wasn't bad. And our neighbor on the other side, our sewer line was right by their picnic table. So.
But yeah, but they had actually set up at the back of their RV so they could look at the creek, and they cooked back there. So they really weren't by the sewer line. Yeah, you can manage okay, and they do have nice restroom facilities there, and they do have a dump station. And the park host, I believe her name was Susie.
Susie, yes.
If they do have firewood, so if you need firewood, she'll load up a wheelbarrow, truck it on out to your campsite, and dump it out there for you.
Yeah. So everyone we met there was really nice. It's a perfect campground if you are needing an overnight stay near I-81, or if you want a home base with full hookups to go check out the Shenandoahs, which they do have campgrounds there, but they're primitive. They're, you either have to stay at a generator loop to run your generator, and there's certain restrictions there, or you stay at the other loop, no generator loop, but it's no electric, no water.
Right. And at the entrance to the Shenandoah Scenic Highway where you go onto it, I believe there was 4 campgrounds listed there, and every time I went through there, dropping her off, pick her up, at least 3 of the 4 were always full.
So it took you how long?
50 minutes.
50 minutes to drop me off near the northern terminus.
It's close to Harrisonburg, which is a big city if you need anything.
And then the other pickup was down further south near Lewis Campground. Yeah. And that took a little longer. It was like about an hour and 18 minutes or something like that, hour and 15. So you could go there. This is a great place to stay if you want to go explore the Shenandoahs a little bit. I had a great time hiking the Appalachian Trail there, but there's so many trails there. And do check out the waysides. They have a killer blackberry cobbler.
The scoop of ice cream.
Right. And
that's what they're famous for.
And blackberry shakes.
Yep.
It seemed like they had another blackberry thing, but those are the 2 things that I've had, and they're great.
So anyway, this was our stay at Creekside RV Park, Edinburg, Virginia, off of I-81. So this is Gary and Sharon. The dogs are sleeping here instead of inside right now. We like looking at freedom. Stay tuned for our future videos that we keep posting as quick as we can get them on.
When we have service?
When we have service. Sometimes they'll lag and drag, but we've got them lined up, ready to go. We just got to get them edited and get them out. So we'll keep working on that. So follow us on our journey. We hope to see you on the road sometime. Safe travels.
Bye. Oh, if your dog is prey driven, they're on leashes, just so you know.
Camp 25 is where the ducks come.
Yeah.
Campsite.
Right up here, out of all the other places to come.